Once you have selected a file that you want to work with, one way of very quickly visualizing what that file looks like prior to manipulating it is to take advantage of the fact that RF Editor and XCOM's spectrum visualization and analysis tool called SpectraX are directly integrated and allow you to transfer files back and forth between the two of them. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this file called WiMAX. It looks like it was recorded at a center frequency of 1.973 gigahertz and a span of 110 megahertz. I'm going to send it to SpectraX. And I can do that very simply by a single mouse click. The window comes up that says what portion, if not all of the file I want to go ahead and send. Do I want to modify any of the particular parameters associated with that file prior to sending it to SpectraX? And then by doing that, SpectraX is automatically linked in, the file is loaded in, and I can go ahead and play it. And when I do that, I see two carriers centered around the capture center frequency of 1.973 gigahertz. This has been brought down to baseband, so we're centered at 0, and I see two carriers, one at 27 megahertz below the carrier frequency, the center frequency, and one at 27 megahertz above the carrier frequency. So let's say, for example, in this particular case, I want to eliminate one of these two carriers for my device under test. And I need to be able to do that quickly and easily by filtering the lower carrier and keeping the higher carrier. So it would be to bring everything down 27 megahertz, apply a bandpass filter, filtering out the lower carrier, the undesired one, and then shifting everything back by 27 megahertz. Three operations, and I can do that though within SpectraX very quickly by going through what's called an advanced modification. I could do things one at a time. I could go ahead and shift, then filter, and then shift, or by going into the advanced mode, I can go ahead and frequency shift by minus 27 megahertz, apply the filter, and then shift back up by 27 megahertz again. Notice that I can select various filters here, and they are specified by the percentage of the sample frequency that is used. Go ahead and run that modification, exit out of the advanced window, and select the file that was then created. I didn't name it. If I don't name it to something specific, RF Editor just appends the CS onto the end of it, but it does give you the option of specifying it as whatever name you wish. Send it to SpectraX, bring SpectraX up automatically, hit play, and lo and behold, I have successfully and very cleanly, as you can see, with at least a 90 dB signal noise ratio, removed the lower frequency content of this captured spectrum.